Welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. In today's video, I'll be talking about real estate. I know it's a fasting channel mostly, but I'll explain you why I'm making a video on real estate. Before getting started, nothing I share in this video or on the channel is medical advice, nor is investment advice of any sort. So please do your own research before making any investment or health related decisions. So in this video I'll go over what's the connection between fasting and investing in real estate in Paraguay. I'll go over what I used to think about real estate moving to Paraguay, what I think now about real estate now that I'm in Paraguay. I'll explain how things are done here, how investments in real estate can be done, and then I'll give you some maybe some inspiration. So if you're interested in investing, so how this video could be a starting point maybe for you, and see what you can do and how I've been involved and how I can maybe help. So first point is so what's the relationship between fasting and real estate? How I link the two together from my perspective is that for me fasting it's a survival tool, and I start fasting in 2016. It's almost going to be 10 years. And how I actually I embraced fasting was that I got into survival mode. I was just like, oh yeah, I mean, it's like back then I used to live in Europe, and I'm like, well, things are, they might not progress in a good way. So how can I be a prepper? Then I investigated, and since I was living in Switzerland back then, prepping in Switzerland, like if you want your little chalet or like your little bunker in the Swiss Alps, it's a huge investment. So then I was just like, I mean, you can always do something, even if you don't have the means, you can always do something. So then that's how I kind of got into fasting, because fasting is free. It makes you more resilient, it makes you more resilient against disease, against hardship. It also, does a mental cleansing. I mean, it's like a great tool. So that's kind of how I got into fasting. And fast forward to 2025 and almost 2026. So after I started fasting, I moved to Latin America. I was a nomad for 8 years. And then I decided to establish myself, become an entrepreneur, establish myself somewhere in Latin America, and I've chosen Paraguay. And so far so good. Especially if you're making dollars or Swiss francs or euros, you have a good leverage, but it might not last. So I got into the idea of I need to generate money in Paraguay, I mean, it's good to have, to be able to transfer money as long as we can, but then it's actually I think important to make money here. And then I was like, I mean, didn't want to start, I might in the future, but right now, I didn't want to start a business here, and I don't want to have employees. I don't want to deal with all that. So then I geared more towards passive income, and then I discovered about real estate and how real estate is done here, and I totally changed my mind on real estate, because before moving to Paraguay, for me it was just like real estate was like a trap. It's like with mortgage, like all that system, like I was perceiving real estate as something that makes the banker richer, and so you're gonna buy an apartment or a house and then all your life be a slave, like quote to quote, to pay back your investment, and the bank that loaned you the money is going to make the money. But then I discovered that, first of all, like in Paraguay, like you can, with like relatively very little money, you can become a owner. And then if you decide to buy, before the construction starts and finance during construction, you don't pay any interest, and there's no bank involved. I was just like, wow, this is like, and actually, like what you do is like you sign a contract with the developer on, like how much you're gonna put down, and then all your financing during construction, it has zero interest. Like it has, you just pay. It could be monthly payments, you could pay every 3 months, and it all depends on like who you're working with. I mean, some companies, they will ask for 25% down, but to give you an idea, my first investment, I think I put like less than $3,000 down, and I was already a homeowner on paper. So that was like a huge shift for me. I was like, wow, this is great. So then I started like, I hired somebody. Like I hired somebody because I didn't know anything. So I hired this French guy that was like, he had a lot of knowledge about real estate in general, and he had also like fairly recently moved to Asuncion, and he had a pretty good grasp on the local market, and he did like a huge, like a pretty broad like analysis. I shouldn't say huge, like a broad analysis of the market. And then we won by elimination, I mean, he was like, I mean, do you want a investment for lifestyle, or like investment to make money? And then, deciding on the neighborhood, and like, then we just like customly build like a strategy on. So my goal was like investment, so like to buy something in an upcoming neighborhood, and buy on plan, so everything makes that so that the property, like the actual real estate product, is gonna gain value, So that was my approach, but I mean, everybody can have their own approach. Like if you want, something for lifestyle, it's a different approach. And then you can also, I mean, there are houses, there's like buildings, there's like huge towers, there's more like boutique towers, like, I mean, there's like all kinds of products, and also like there are a lot of different neighborhoods. So then I just start investing. I start investing in a first apartment, then I got a second one, and then I got a third and a fourth one. So like on plan, and with like payments, like like monthly payments for those apartments. So basically, in Paraguay, so you can also go the bank route, you know, like, I mean, there are people, you know, if you don't have the money, you can go the bank route that exists. But to give you an idea, I mean, here you can get, I mean, the apartments I'm getting, they're like studios, you know, studios in kind of luxury towers, you know, but boutique, you know, 5 to 7 stories, and with a swimming pool and all that, like with the barbecue, with the 24-hour security and all that. And you can get, you know, like from 35 grand, you can get studios, you know. So that's like, you know, if you're coming from the West, and in Switzerland, a house is like, it starts at 1 million Swiss francs, I think. And even in Latin America, I think that like something similar in Buenos Aires will be maybe, I don't know, like 200, like I think it's like 4 or 5 times more, you know. So first of all, the price is accessible, and the price you're getting, like the way it works is like, so if you buy it before construction starts, usually you get like 15 to 20% discount, and then the price goes up like as you know, they start construction. Usually it goes like 5% up, like when it's like halfway through construction, another 5%. When they finish, another 5%, and then, like I said, it's like between 15 to 20% more. So with that in mind, you can do, there's a lot of things you can do. Like you can, you know, buy the paper, make your payments, and once the apartment is ready, you can sell it, you know, and make your 15-20%. And then you can, you know, once the apartment is ready, you can rent it on Airbnb to travelers, or you can rent like long term to more like locals, or people are going to be here like for, you know, like a longer period of time. That's another thing you can do. There are even people that are like going really, I mean, they just use it as a, you know, like as a money maker, you know. There's another person I work with, like he's really like has good control over the market, and what he will do, he will spot like the projects that are going to be popular, you know, and then he'll buy like 4 or 5 apartments in that building, and then when they run out, he will sell to latecomers. Like he won't even wait that it's built, you know. He'll just buy early. Then if he has done a good job of analyzing, well, he'll like the apartments will run, like, I mean, they will sell out pretty fast. But that's not guaranteed. But since he has a good grasp on the market, it might happen. And then the ones that are coming late, you know, like he sells to those. And so he told me that that's the way to make, you know, like money really fast. So then you buy, and then yeah, I mean, you put the down payments. You don't buy everything in full, but then, you know, you can already sell it like to, so it could be, depending on where it's at, maybe 5% more or 10% more, even more. Like if there is enough demand, maybe you can already get your 15 to 20%, right? Like just a few months into the construction, you know, depending on the demand. So there are several things that can be done that way. So another interesting point is that, so now I'm a temporary resident in Paraguay, but you don't need to be a resident. Like you can do it from your home country, and without even coming here. And like, I mean, it's possible. So you don't have to be a resident. You don't have to be like a national. You can buy, and the property is yours. And then it's up to you. Like you can either, buy, sell. So it's almost like buying and buying low and selling when it gains value, like stocks, or you can, once the property is ready, you can also rent it here, and then get the cash, the rent money, you're gonna get from people. So with all that in mind, it totally changed my mind on real estate. And so it was like it was checking 3 important boxes for me. It's like the first one is like I can generate money locally, because each time when you live in Latin America, entering money here, it has a cost. If you have your money outside, there are different ways of transferring your money here, but it has a cost. Even if you go to the ATM, there are better banks than others, but there are situations where you'll pay at least like $5 to the ATM here, and you might also pay $5 to your bank, and they won't let you take more than here I saw is like 1,500,000 guaranis, which is now, with the change now, it's like equals to 250, even more, 280, 70, 80 bucks. So that's a lot. It's like $10 each time you want to get 250 bucks. It's like, and that's just at the ATM. Then when you transfer money, then your bank from Europe or the United States might charge you a fee, and sometimes it's like it can be like 25, 30 bucks. It can be quite some money. And then here they will get I think it's like how much was it? $38.50, so $38.50. But regardless of the amount, that's like a set fee you pay, and so it adds up, it's like so for the $38.50, as far as I understand it, you can send $1 million or $10, you got to pay that. So then when you add it to the depending on the bank and all that, if you're paying, also maybe 25 to 30 to 40 bucks. So it could be that even for you want to send like $1,000, you could pay 80 bucks of, So, and then, like I said, in the future, there might be more control. You might maybe, even now, they're always, asking, the banks here, and also where are you sending? What is the money for? There's a huge paranoia here in Paraguay with money laundering. So even to open a bank account, to get a dollar account, I've done it with one bank that allows foreigners, I want to get with other banks, but for now I have with one bank, which is Ueno. It's the only one that accepts you pretty much right off the bat. But even with them, it was so for one of my investments, I wanted to get the the first, like the initial payment, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna transfer to my account here. So it's like between accounts, it's like I'm sending to myself, you know, and then from here I'll pay the developer, you know. And I thought it will be a smoother process, but no. Like the bank here, they really wanted to. I had to show them like you know, like you know, like the source of the income, and then where, you know, my contract with the developer, where the money is going. And they blocked my, since it was the first time, like for 3 weeks it was blocked. And so yeah, so that's how it is. And then if you, another option is to send it to send it to the developer directly, but then you might have to justify it to your bank overseas with respect to Paraguay, to be like, hey, I'm buying a property and all that, like, and then so it's and each time you're paying those fees, you know. So then it's a matter of like less payments you can make. You know, more you send in bulk, like then like the fees might be less. But if you're on a, you know, if you're on a monthly schedule, but that's something that you have to consider, you know, like that's kind of like makes your, yeah, it makes kind of like your investment go up. So that's something to think about. Like it looks like nothing, but it is something. So my point is that so if you're serious about, like me, you're serious about you see your future in Latin America, in Paraguay, I think it's wise to have you know, one of your like passive income money makers to be local, you know, to be local. And even like I'm even like debating right now, I mean, should I rent my properties in the future on Airbnb only, or I should diversify? Because yes, I mean, you'll make more money with Airbnb if you can book throughout the month. You'll definitely make almost the double. But you know, to rent maybe a couple of them, you know, to locals on Guarani, it can also be a good diversification strategy, because right now the Guarani is really strong, which hurts a lot of like the foreigners that are making dollars, you know. Like it used to be, used to get like 8,000 guaranis for $1, and now it's like 6,400 or something, you know. So I was told that it was kind of seasonal, so hopefully it will fluctuate. But I mean, guarani it's a good, it's a pretty stable fiat money. I mean, it's nothing to do with the Argentinian pesos or things like that. So so the one more reason why, like, to have something local, to in the perspective of diversifying and survival and passive. So it checks several boxes for me. It's like it's diversification, passive income, and it's local. And the other box is checking is that the real estate game is really different in Paraguay. I mean, I never owned anything. I mean, I was kind of like so what I used to think about real estate was like a scam, you know. It's like it's something to make you a slave, and you know, you think that you've been put that thought in your head that you have to own your house, you know, and then all your life you're gonna work to pay off the interest of the loan, you know. That was my vision. But with Paraguay, what changes is like the amount of money you need to put in. So for a Westerner, it's, I mean, imagine like a Swiss person like myself, like buying something in Switzerland is between 500,000 and 1,000,000 or more Swiss francs. You know, you come from that mentality. You know, being a homeowner is like, it's almost like a lifelong project to have your own house. And here for 30 grand, I mean, I'm talking about luxury studios. I mean, I used to date a girl, and she lives in the countryside. She built her house, like she bought her house for. I thought the guy, I was going to get robbed, but I think they were just. It was a motorcycle with two people, and they got close to me. But I think they were just they were just wanted to avoid a hole or something. But it felt like, you know, they were going for my camera. So yeah, I mean, I think she bought a house in her village for $5,000. You know, a house with a garden and everything. And also here you can buy terrain. You can buy, you know, there's a lot of things that can be done, but you got to be careful. Like, so that brings us to what can you do and how maybe I can be a help on that. So like, first of all, I'm not a real estate agent. I'm just getting my foot wet with all that. But you know, I wouldn't be like, so I talked to some of the directors of the companies, the developing companies, and they were like, you know what, like if you bring in people, we can you know, we can reduce your payments, or since like once the apartments are going to be ready, I'm going to have to put like furniture in them, and I'm going to have to, you know, I mean, certain things are there already included, but maybe the microwave isn't. So it will be a deal where like if I bring business, they will give me something. So I have an interest, like all that to say that I have an interest if I bring people in, but it will be a win-win-win situation where you'll benefit from my experience and hopefully like reduce your the risk. I mean, there's always a risk, but I've done like a lot of research, a lot of elimination and all that to get, you know, like a reliable company, like a companies with a track record, and so far everything is going well. So that's the advantage you'll be getting, and the advantage I will be getting, it's a way to invest also, like for me, like, so instead of investing with money, I invest with work. So that's my advantage, and learn more, you know, like, because once you start working with people and you see what they're looking for, the problems they're trying to solve and all that, then it makes you grow. And then yeah, for the developer, I mean, they get more people. So on like so I have 4 investments, but the 3 of them, like the actual buildings, they're already sold out, and the 4th one is like the building hasn't they haven't started building yet, but I think it's already 40% sold. But all those companies, they have upcoming projects, similar or different concepts. I mean, it depends. There's one, they like really into like boutique buildings, like not more than 7th floor, maybe 8 to 10 with the parking, you know. And another one, they're like, it's kind of similar, but it always like changes, and like that new project that is going to start is way bigger than what they've done so far. So there's always like opportunities. Also, another thing I can do is also direct you, because maybe you're not looking for like pure investment. You're looking for something maybe more lifestyle, or or you're looking for a terrain, like different types of products. So what I can do, I can also get you in touch with the person who helped me. And with that too, I have an interest. Like he told me, like if you bring people, I give you a little percentage of the fee you'll be paying. So like with me, there won't be any money transaction. So I just want to make it transparent that I have an interest, but you and I, we want with this business model. I mean, maybe in the future I'll get more professional and maybe I'll do it. I'll change the business model, but for that, with the knowledge I have so far, with what I can offer, like there won't be any money transaction between you and me. So that's another thing I can do. It's like direct you to people that I can trust, and they can do. They have a better knowledge of the market, and so I know several of them, and with two of them I work directly. So and they've been really good, and so far, I mean, like each day I'm seeing that the choices I've made, it's confirming that they're like good choices. There's still a risk, so like that's why like I'm a little bit like I don't have a full success story. You know, it's not like I was already handed the keys and I'm renting the apartments and making money with rent and all that, or I haven't sold my property and made the 20% and all that. Like it's not that's success story. I cannot sell it right now, but first of all, I mean, 3 of the 4 investment, they're all sold out. So that's already a good sign. You know, it's not like, you know, there's a project, I mean, they're all sold out. That's a good sign. And also, like, you know, when I go make my payments, and sometimes I go to depending on the developer, you know, I go to the office and stuff. I mean, when you see, you know, more than 15 people working, you know, in the office and all, like, I mean, it gives you like confidence, you know, like it's not like some people who are gonna run with the money, you know, like I mean, it can always happen, but it's like you see that there's like a real activity, and also like I go to the construction sites and all that, and everything is working, and so I mean, progress is being made. I mean, there was the first investment I made. It was a little. It took. It was supposed to start in April, and it started in June, and I was like, ooh. And then so there was a permit problem, but they solved it eventually. And then I think like the terrain was not stable. They had a lot of problems to stabilize it, and like so they started in June, but it took a while to see like something visible. But now it seems like the foundations are done, and they're already start building, you know. And the second one I invested in, this one is already, they already have actually we are in the neighborhood, so without revealing too much of where I'm investing and stuff, like so I chose to shoot the video in this neighborhood because that's where the construction is going, and they've already, so the first 2 floors they're gonna be parking, and I think they already finished one, and I think they're doing the second one, so there's already like 4 floors. Impressive. And that one, it was actually my second purchase, and it looks more ahead than, so this one I'm waiting the delivery for February, and the first one that was supposed to start in April 2025, that one is due January. So he had all these problems and stuff, but last time I visited the site, the manager, the construction manager over there told me that everything is on time. So maybe they had already scheduled they already took in consideration the fact that it could be delayed. So yeah. So we'll see which one finishes first. Now there's another one. So I'm not involved with this one, but pretty much everywhere you see construction. And now this is the street where I have one of my investments, and they built another one that is already done behind. So I was able to visit that one and see how it looks like. So it was really nice, and I could see the construction from the balcony. And that one also, like, it's a good signal because it's all rented out. It's not only it's all sold out, but it's all rented out with Airbnb and stuff. So that's a really good sign. Like, I think, like, with this neighborhood, I find like a sweet spot because we are still in the Asuncion city limits. We are not too far from the new center, where they have all the fancy malls and all that. And I think it's like 7 blocks or so from here, and it's really tranquil. And most of the houses. So this is, if you want to take a look. So this is construction going on. So yeah, they already have 1, 2. Ooh, wait a minute. Wow. I don't know where to count the first lot, like the first parking lot. I don't know if there is if the 2 parking lots are elevated or one is like on the ground level. That's the part I don't know. But yeah, it's moving really fast. And it has like, it has this park, this park that is, I mean, it's the property of the city, but somehow they're going to integrate it, they're going to make it nicer and integrate it with our building. So that one looks really promising. And yeah, with this construction, I mean, I should say developer, I should say they're very into, like, they always build in this neighborhood, and they've already have one building over there that is done, and I think they have another one that is done, and now it's like this one. So to show you, so it's pretty good. And maybe in the back you can see, yeah, the one under the tree, yeah, it's also there. So this is making yeah, they're building the 5th level, like yeah, if we count from the 1, 2, 3, 4, now like the 5th one is being built. And that's great. Like, mine is on the 6th floor. Mine is on the 6th floor, and then there's the 7th floor, and there is the terrace. So my strategy is always, like, with all the properties I've purchased so far, I always, so on my other investments, they're a little bit shorter, like the buildings. I'm on the 5th floor because there's the 6th floor and the terrace. So I avoid to be on the just below the terrace, because what they call terrace here is like it's like a common area, where they have the barbecue, they have the gym, they have the swimming pool, which means that if you live just below that, when they throw parties and stuff, it's gonna be, might be noisy, and also it's never a good idea. I mean, sometimes there's like strong wind situation and rain, so you don't want to be too close to the roof, so that's been my strategy, like, to be high enough so you are in the, you get less noise and you have a better view. Like, the view is going to be incredible because I'm on the 6th floor, but in reality it's the 8th floor because there's like the 2 parking, so the view is going to be amazing view on this one. and but you don't want to be on the very top. I don't think that's a good. And then when you purchase, there's usually there's a fee for like more. Like if you like the cheaper ones are the first two, and then more you go up, more there might be $1,000 or $2,000 fees. But on this one, on the one I made the purchase, like even the first floor, like the livable floor is gonna be decent because you'll have the two parking, so you won't be you'll still have like you'll still be elevated. So like now, there's like this other building here that it was built from the same company. Really nice finishings, and so that's the building. And I think the one I purchased is going to be even nicer, more because this one is only have like it only has the parking, like here, like there's only the parking. I don't know how it works. Yeah, it seems like there's only one floor of parking, and then the second floor it's already livable. But on the next one there'll be two. Really nice. I mean that's like European level finishing. It's like, look at the building. So yeah, that's to wrap it up. It's like for now that's a little bit like the solution I find for myself to have passive income in Paraguay, and so I don't rely always to bring money in from the outside. And my goal is to see how it goes. Like I don't think right now I'm gonna invest until I get the keys of the, I want to see something real. But then, I mean, with the some of the money I'll be making with the rent, and maybe I'll be selling the first one I purchased to make the 20% and invest. My idea is to have more apartments and not keep them for more than 8 years. I mean, that's like 5 to 8 years if I rent them, and kind of make like sell the older ones, invest in newer projects, and always keep some of them for cash flow for rent. And more the business is growing, more have a number of apartments, because it can sound like like I'm the king of Asuncion because I have 4 apartments, but don't get fooled by the number 4, because it's not. I mean, it looks like a lot, but in reality it's not, because if you rent them locally and you don't want to deal with anything, I mean, you want to hire people to take care of it. I mean, at the end of the day, you'll get $300 to $400 of like income, and which is already like a minimum salary here. But if you're a foreigner and you're used, like you kind of want to have something, a lifestyle that is closer to what you're used to in the West, that's going to cost you way more, So that's why, like, even with 4 apartments, it will be $1,200 income in your pocket. But yeah, with that you can start having a interesting lifestyle here. But I think you will need more. And also, like, if you want to keep investing, I mean, it's like that's the thing. If you spend all the money you're making with your investment for yourself, then you cannot grow. And all around you, people who are doing the same type of businesses, they're growing. So So that's why, like, you need, like, sometimes I talk with my family and stuff, and they're like, oh, they're like, it's crazy, like the numbers seem crazy, but like from what I'm thinking, like if you want to, you want it to be something that is, you want to have like momentum and inertia, you might need 10. That's how I see it. Like you have 10 apartments, and you sell the 3 oldest one, and buy 3 new ones that are being constructed. And you keep 7 for your cash flow. That's kind of how I'm projecting the model. But for that, it's a lot of investment, and it will take a lot of, like, if you don't bring outside money, with the rent money, like it takes time to. That's why they call it like inertia, because it's like a wheel, like the first time around it's really difficult, but once you get it rolling, then it becomes interesting. But all that is like, it works in theory. Then in real life, things are always like they're always more challenging. And you saw in 2020 there was like the whole disease thing that we cannot say the name. Right now, if something like that happens, and like they have to stop construction, well, here you go. So that's why, like, I'm very I still want to get my feet wet. Like I already see it as a business. That's also why I'm shooting this video, to maybe already share what I have, and to facilitate maybe somebody else's life with my existing knowledge. But I haven't done the whole cycle yet, so it's not there's always a risk involved. Even if I had done it and they're all, say, my 4 apartments, they're all successful, maybe the 5th one is not going to be, like it's that's also where you have to kind of really like investigate on the companies you're working with and their track record, and it's very that part is crucial, because there are buildings that they're never finished. There are sad stories, like where people, they run away with the money and all that. Like, so you got to be very careful. And also, depending on the product. Now I'm with the here they call it mono ambiente, the studios in luxury boutique towers. Like, I'm starting getting a good hang of that type of real estate product. But now if your idea is to buy land and build your own house, that's a whole different project, so I'm also limited depending on the project you want to invest, like, to help you out. But I can always gear you towards people that have the know-how, the knowledge. So thank you. Now it's getting dark in Asuncion. It's summertime here. It starts getting pretty hot. I love it. People complain about the weather, but I love it. Then it's gonna get now it's like mid-December. When it's gonna be January, February, even for me, it gets pretty hot. But right now it's just perfect, and we have a little bit like longer days, so I love it. It reminds me a little bit of Europe, having those like like when the sun sets pretty late, depending on where you are. Especially if you're in northern Europe, it's amazing. I love it. So to finish off the video, so my outlets are, so I'm a fasting coach. I have a product called Fasting Electrolytes, available in the United States, US made product. It's electrolyte powder. You can purchase through Amazon or from our Shopify store, youthlight.com. I put all the links below. That's one of my outlets. The second one is Better Monday Fasting, which is like this channel. So it's all like knowledge from for fasting. And my first product with that brand was like a book I wrote called For a Better Monday, that you can purchase on Amazon and also on our store, Better Monday Fasting store. And in that book, there's all the how to get started with fasting and a little bit my own personal experience to guide you with your fasting journey. I am also offering one-on-one coaching. That's a possibility, and also I have a course. Like, so if you cannot not afford like a fasting coach and you wanna be your own fasting coach, like that's the route I took. It takes longer, but with the course you might get the results even faster. It's called Become Your Own Fasting Coach. So that's also something I sell. Last but not least, I'm a musician. I've played in several bands across Europe and the United States, and ended up with I don't like to call it a solo project, but it's a band, but I'm pretty much the only member. Sometimes I get some musicians for live performances. It's called Black Sea Storm. Just when I say storm. So Black Sea Storm, and yeah, if you want to check it out, and so if you're into discovering new music, that could be something for you. I played in other bands. I put the links too, and also like if you just want to support me and stuff, so it's always that's my music. It's been growing. Like it's like there's more people listening on different platforms. Like it's nothing huge, but getting more streams and getting in more streams for newer countries and all that. And it's always like it makes me happy. Like it really makes me happy because I put a lot of effort, my heart, my everything on that project, and it's like it means a lot to me. So when you have people that are actually listening and sharing and all that, like it makes me super happy. So thank you for watching the video, and so if you're interested in investing in real estate in Paraguay, shoot me an email and we'll see what we can do. Like I said, I'm not a professional for the real estate thing, but I'm willing to share my experience so far if it can help other people and help myself. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.